everyone, welcome back to another episode of Shiz and Giggles. This is our weekly wind down podcast where we talk about anything and everything. My name is Demi and I am your host for today, but I'm never alone. My first co host is an artist, dog parent, gardener, shower singer, and all around food enthusiast. She also recently joined a new volleyball league. My co host, Emily.
Boo. Happy spooky season, Demi.
Thank you, Emily. We are all in the festive spirit today. I can 100% tell. And luckily, we have somebody else joining us. So, my second co host is a movie enthusiast, Netflix binger, adventure seeker, and cat lover. With a cup of coffee and a Spotify playlist, she's ready to take on the world. It's Isabel.
Happy spooky season, everyone. I'm so excited.
I know, it's amazing. We have these little spiders around.
I
Yummy
love
snacks. Okay, so that was definitely a fun intro, I think. And we're happy to have you both here. So, to kick things off this week, we're going to talk about our trending topic, which, if you couldn't tell, it's spooky season. So, it is the first day of October, which means 31 days to Halloween, and we're halfway through the first day. So, I have a few questions. What are your Halloween traditions? And I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to Emily.
Oof. I never celebrated Halloween as a kid, so I feel like in the last couple of years of my life, I've had to make up for lost time, if you will. So I enjoy all of the Halloween traditions, with the exception of haunted houses. I can't. I won't do it.
You won't?
No.
Oh, man.
One time only. Two of my friends convinced me that they would hold my hands the whole way and I would get to stand in the middle, and I regretted it the whole time, and I've never done it since.
All
right,
I
it's
love
very
about
easily
you.
scared.
I don't know if we used to have like traditions, but they only ever really stuck around like a couple of years since we moved around so often. But I don't think there's ever been a Halloween that I didn't dress up in at least one costume. So I definitely think that's the thing that stuck, always dressing up. Yeah, I'm super excited for this year. We have lots of events and dressing up in office. I'm so excited.
I am super excited. So, Halloween is my family's favorite holiday. Ever since I was a kid, my dad has actually decorated our house every year with spider webs that make a web tunnel for people to come through. And he dresses up every year as something different. He has pictures of holding me as a baby in full werewolf costume. And we had
I
people
love
who would
that.
come back to our neighborhood when I turned 16 and they were like 25, and they would bring their kids back and say, like, I had to show them your house. I remember coming here as a teen. Y'all were amazing. So that is super fun.
Wow.
So since we are a little over time right now with questions, I'm going to go ahead and ask you, what are you dressing up as this year for Halloween?
So I actually haven't told anyone in the office this yet, so I guess this is a surprise. I am going to be dyeing my hair like ginger color, kind of like Emily's color, pretty soon, and I plan on being Daphne and the Red Queen, and that's all I have solid so far. But Daphne from Scooby Doo is definitely number one. So.
Izzy, tell me why the minute you said you were going to dye your hair orange, I was like, oh, she's going to be Daphne from Scooby-Doo.
Yep.
In my head, automatically, that's first where I went. That'll be
Yeah.
so fun.
I know. I'm super excited.
I'm being Miss Frizzle this year.
I love that.
I
so
love
much.
that. Are you going to have a little lizard?
You need to find the right lizard, but the key is really finding planet earrings and a dress that's covered in science patterns.
Yeah, I love that. I can see it. You have the perfect hair for it. You always wear dangly earrings.
Oh, yeah. That's
Oh, you got to get the glasses.
That's so
I'm super
exciting.
excited for that.
Emily, you should come to the office as Miss Frizzle, and we should all dress up as your students.
Oh, that
That would
That's a
be
I
great
love
fun.
idea,
that.
Demi. Oh,
That
that's a
would
great
be so
idea.
much fun.
Don't
Okay,
volunteer for things you don't want to do. That sounds fun.
so this year for Halloween, I am actually dressing up as a Polly Pocket.
Ooh, how are you gonna
So
do that?
so me and my cousin are doing Polly Pockets. So we're gonna do like the super like turned up hair and then like little outfits, and we're trying to find like white go-go boots because of like when they came out, they always had like crazy outfits on, and we're doing like beach Polly Pockets. So we're having like bathing suits with like tie skirts on.
Oh, I
We're
love
just super
that.
excited. It's gonna be so much fun. But I think it's time to go into our first segment for today. So, first up, we have Want to Draw About It with Emily.
As always, everyone, welcome to Wanna Draw About It. We have taken in the last couple weeks a little bit of hiatus from actual creative exercising and played some trivia and art history games, but today we're returning back to creative exercises with a fun little just creative doodle exercise. There's very in the spooky mood. So today we are drawing skeletons. But this is going to be a fun little cartoony exercise. We're not going for serious, realistic. And those co-hosts with me today, do you all have your supplies? Are you ready?
I have it. I am, in fact, very ready.
I am
Fantastic.
so ready.
Now today we are actually drawing with metallic markers because this is a very fun way to like make jazzy, fun, glammy skeletons rather than kind of doom and gloom. We are drawing on dark purple bluish paper today, but black paper is actually the recommended. You can use any kind of dark color for this. The ideal for that is that you don't have to like outline the bones. You can just draw the bones and they end up being sticks. So before we get started though, I do actually have a sample for you all, something that I drew earlier just to give you a little bit of inspiration. So I got this fun little skeleton baby. He's dancing. He's all like jazzy and glammy, lots of shine and glitter, little gold and silver. So this just gives you an idea of what we're talking about. Fun, easy, cartoony, don't overthink it, make him fun, give him a top hat, make it a her, I don't know, big earring, something.
All right.
And I always start with skeletons with the head and then kind of fill in what the body's doing around it. So it's entirely up to you all what you want to do. And for those that want to know, I know Demi already told me that she didn't need any tips or tricks. She's already got this. But for those who want to know an easy, quick trick for like how to draw a skull, you just draw like almost a full circle, just over maybe 3/4 of a circle. And then you scoop it down into a little pivot, and then you draw 3 to 4 little lines at the bottom, and then you draw little kidney bean shapes for the nose. They're like teardrops / kidney beans, and then the eyes are the key that you can make it look like happy, sad, angry, and the way that you draw the eyes matters. So for this guy, I want to make him happy like my dancing one was. So the way to do that is to do like sideways teardrops. So they're going to be big tears and then kind of in like that. So there's a scoop at the bottom of it and it's not a full circle. So out like almost like a kidney bean. So he looks like he's happy. And then I'm going to give him some kind of decorations. This is the part where you have to let your creativity fly. So he's going to get some, eyebrows are in right now. There we go. I've got my skull and then I'm going to give him a little bit of, and then I don't know what I want to do from there. Maybe give him a neck bone. I think I'm going to do another dancing one. I'm in the mood for dancing. So he's got shoulder bones, obviously not medically accurate. I don't think that's what collarbones look like anyway. I don't know if Demi wants to disagree with me.
I am going to say that probably not, but I'm not going to lie. My medical license hasn't been renewed this year. So
nice.
For everyone watching, I'm joking. I'm not. I wish. That'd be cool.
What are you guys going to be drawing right now? Have you decided what your skeleton is going to be doing?
Honestly, my skeleton's pretty big, which is kind
of I drew mine a little big too.
But it's only going to have 2 rib cages or shoulders or whatever you want to call it. I actually am like looking at a picture of something to help me,
Nice.
but I think it's actually detrimenting me more than anything.
I'm trying to think of how to draw the ribs.
Just lines. This is the best trick ever, is literally just do like a few lines horizontal, like I'm doing. See? Just like.
Yeah, he's a little wonky, but he's
okay.
making it work.
I think mine might only have one leg and maybe no arms. We'll see.
Mine has a really huge pelvis. I did not mean to make it.
It's okay.
I love doing these games with you all because you all start getting really worried about what you're doing right and what you're not doing right. And it always ends up so much fun.
Oh my
It
goodness.
is really fun.
All right. We're getting close to the end, though. We gotta, not that we're racing, but give your skeletons his last bones.
He needs another arm. Or should I have it fell off?
This one's kicking its leg out.
Yeah, his other arm fell off, so it's going to be down here.
Oh, you can't really see mine because of the lighting. Sad.
Oh,
okay.
dear. We'll have to take pictures and post it later. I don't really know what mine's doing. He's doing some wild leap squat thing. I also ran out of paper.
Mine's arm fell off. Can you see that?
His arm. Izzy, that's incredible. You guys are so good at this. All right.
I think
we got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm only extending that because I had one more thing I wanted to add.
Okay, mine only has one arm.
What are the final results?
Mine only has one arm and it's missing and it has cheekbones.
Wait, I gotta color in the hat.
Oh, Demi, that's so funny. He does only have one arm.
And he has really tiny legs.
He has very prominent cheekbones, though. Like model level.
I know.
Jack, okay. He had a accident of some sort.
Mine's using a skateboard as a pelvis.
I was gonna say he had a skating accident.
Yeah.
That's
Emily,
amazing.
You're so cute.
It's like ballet
doing.
Yeah,
it's a very intense
dancing.
ballet pirouette. I love these drawings, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this.
Thank you.
The release of the inner creative.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Everybody, if you drew one at home, please post it on the Facebook. We'll post ours later so you can see them a bit better. But now we're going to move on to our next segment with Let's Take a Trip with Isabel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Take a Trip. For this week's segment, we are doing Halloween in the parks. So as you can see from this first slide here, all of these wonderful pictures are from Disney World or Disneyland, still not exactly sure. And as you can see, we have a nice GIF or GIF of all the Disney villains. Unfortunately, I was going to add Disney to my list. However, they are sold out already, completely sold out for their Halloween special. So Halloween in the parks at Disney. Unfortunately, if you did not already get tickets, it is too late. However, I have some more local options for us if you're in the Virginia area or anywhere on the East Coast. So our first one is actually the closest to us, only by a few minutes, but it is King's Dominion. And their Halloween is Halloween Haunt, and it started September 25th, and it goes all the way until October 31st. It is also the cheapest option that I've found. Day tickets are only $45, and you can go from whenever the park opens until I think midnight on the weekends is when they close. So they have haunted mazes, scare zones, they have different shows, and of course, most of their rides are still open. So if you scan that QR code right here, that'll bring you to their website where you can purchase tickets or learn more information about it. And then our next one is Busch Gardens, which is actually the only Halloween theme park that I've been to. I really want to go to King's Dominion this year since I haven't been. But Busch Gardens Hollow Scream will always hold a special place in my heart. It started September 10th, so they actually have been running for quite a while. And they added something new this year. They added booze bars, which I'm really excited about since this is the year that I turned 21. Kind of fitting. I think they did it just for everyone who was born in 2000. But they have different bars set up. With different themed beverages. So that's really exciting. And I know they have a couple of new themes this year. Something I did notice, if you're a big fan of the EDM vampire rock area in Germany of Busch Gardens, it looks like they actually got rid of that this year, which is really sad. However, they have some really cool things. So, and I found out that they're actually the second highest rated Halloween themed park, I guess. So that's really cool. Have you guys been to Busch Gardens or King's Dominion?
I have been to King's Dominion. I think I'm going to change up and go to Busch Gardens this year. The one thing I do like about King's Dominion that I don't know if they do at Busch Gardens is they actually separate the zones.
They
So, like,
do.
you can't. So, like, I am terrified of clowns. I truly am. I've been my whole life. I still don't
Yeah.
like them as an adult. So when I used to go to King's Dominion, I knew the exact area to avoid to not see clowns. So I was really worried
Mhm.
about going to Busch Gardens this
They
year because I
do
was like,
separate it, and on the
okay,
map, they'll tell you each of the themes, and you can scan that QR code on that slide as well to learn more about it. I didn't really see any clowns this year. However, like 4 years ago, they had a haunted maze called 13
mhm,
Fears. And they took the 13 biggest fears that people have,
yeah,
and it was like spread out throughout the maze. And it was terrifying because they had clowns, spiders,
mhm.
claustrophobia, all different things. It was terrifying. Their mazes are usually really good, but that's actually so funny that we're both switching it up and going to the opposite place.
I've
I
actually
have
been
been
to
to one
Six
of the ones
Flags
where they
for.
do like the top fears. And
Hmm.
that one was in the woods. And it was like a woods maze. And so it was like we were out in the open. You didn't know who was in the woods. And they did like clowns, claustrophobia, dolls,
Oh
all of
no.
those. And it was horrible. And they do have clowns this year at Busch Gardens. They have an area, it's called like circus.
Oh, yes. Okay. So that one, it's like clowns, yes, but it's also more like they had it a couple years ago. It's more like Cirque du Soleil, but
Okay.
like snakes and like
Oh, okay.
gypsies and all that kind of stuff. I know
Oh,
this
that
all
sounds
must sound very fun to you, Emily.
I was gonna say, you guys speaking my language.
Mm-hmm. You want
it
to come
means
with us? You'll get to
I
yeah.
stand in the
went
middle and we'll hold your hand.
I went once to Six Flags in October, and I forget what they used to call their Halloween thing, but I remember getting trapped trying to get onto the Superman ride, and this zombie thing had like cornered us. And I
Oh
remember being like, I'm
no.
gonna hide behind somebody tall. And I did, and I just sat there and was like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die right now. This is the time that I die. I
No.
was not having a
Well,
good time. I will not do it again.
Okay. Well,
Well, steer clear of the amusement parks after 6 o'clock. That's
uh-huh.
usually when most of their scare stuff starts. So, yeah. But I do recommend you guys go check out an amusement park this year. I always have so much fun at them. And there's always really good shows, too. The monsters do come out at night. That is true.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, thank you so much, Isabel. And we're going to go into our last segment with me with Here's a Tip. Hello, everyone. So, for today's Here's a Tip, I'm going to talk about doing a spooky movie night. These are always super fun with your friends and your family. Me and my cousin do them all the time. And our first thing is snacks. So, me and my cousin are obsessed with charcuterie boards. We always go to Wegmans because they have the best cheese section ever. So, look up your closest Wegmans to here and go find it. And for this spooky charcuterie board, I'm going to recommend a couple of options. So we're going to want to do probably a baked brie. I love
Ooh,
baked
I
brie.
love brie.
And then instead of, I prefer green grapes, but because this is going to be a dark board, you're going to want to do red grapes. And then you're also going to want to add some other meats. So I'm going to say go with a good prosciutto. That's always my favorite. And then to spice it up a little bit, I recommend adding a spicy pepper jam. So
Mm.
my favorite pepper jam is this one that you can actually get at like a local's farmer's market. I don't think they're open anymore because of the time of year, but I normally get mine at Pull Green Produce. But you can definitely get yours from anywhere near you. A lot of places sell it. They sell it in like all different varieties as well, which is amazing. And then next up are our drinks. So you can never have a good night without some sort of drink, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic. So our first one is a spicy, it's a black magic margarita. I said spicy because I like my margarita spicy, but this one is not. So if you scan the green QR code, it's actually going to take you over to the recipe and it makes 2 servings. So it's absolutely delicious. It looks so good. It's a pretty classic margarita, I'm not going to lie. The color is from food coloring. So if you have any sensitivities to food coloring, obviously I would not recommend adding this in. And then our next thing is the apple a boozy apple cider.
That looks
So
delicious.
it is. So this one is actually recommended to put Fireball in it, but I'm not a huge fan of Fireball. We all had those days when we were young and 20, and I'm only 22, but mine happened when I was 19. And the smell of cinnamon sometimes makes people nauseous. So I recommend a nicer whiskey or even bourbon. I would probably put Bullet in this. That's my favorite. But you can make it without. But I'm going to recommend somewhere where you can go and get your apples to make this fresh. So everyone can go to Carter Mountain, which is actually where Izzy and Jenna are going this weekend. So if you go to Carter's Mountain, you can pick your own apples for this recipe. Carter's Mountain is in Charlottesville, Virginia. So if you're anywhere close to there, we're about an hour to an hour and a half away, depending on traffic. So next up, I'm going to talk about the movies you can watch. So these 3 movies are kind of classics for everybody's different taste. I love all 3 of these movies, but I figured I'd pick 3 different varieties. So we have Hocus Pocus, which has always been a favorite of mine. Everyone was in love with Thackeray as a child. We all know it. Some people loved everyone had a different character that they loved, which was great. And then we also have The Nightmare Before Christmas, which I'm not going to lie, I didn't watch until I was in my probably 19.
Just in case you guys didn't know, that's Jenna's all-time favorite movie.
The Nightmare Before Christmas or Hocus Pocus?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'll stash that information for a later day.
We'll keep that up there. But The Nightmare Before Christmas is a great movie. There's the ongoing argument of, is this a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie?
It's both.
So everybody can put in the comments what you think, disagree about it, agree about it, have fun with it. And then also the last one, Practical Magic. This is mine and my mom's, one of our favorite movies.
Yes.
And my cousin is a redhead, and I tried to convince her that we should dress up as them for Halloween. She said no because she hasn't seen it.
Who doesn't love Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman?
I know. So I was like, okay, whatever, if you don't want to do it. Kenny Ortega directed Hocus Pocus, who directed High School Musical. That is amazing. It doesn't surprise me.
I did not know that, but wow.
Hey.
It doesn't surprise me that Fatima knows that.
It doesn't surprise me either.
Fatima, I saw that
in
you
there.
haven't seen Practical Magic, and you definitely should watch it. Fun fact, she's actually sitting right behind me.
Okay, so that was great. Everyone throw into the comments what your favorite spooky movie is. Scary, spooky, just Halloween themed. It's fun to hear what everybody else's is. Maybe I'll add something to my repertoire. So, Emily and Izzy, do you have anything left that you want to talk to them about for today?
Go carve a
Nope.
pumpkin.
Yeah, go carve a pumpkin or paint a pumpkin. That's what we did last year. If you're in an
A little less
apartment, I
messy.
recommend not carving it because those things go bad fast. But you can paint a pumpkin and it will last a lot longer.
My thing is this: if you do carve a pumpkin, you should toast your pumpkin seeds, which is what my family does. And we do it we do
Yes.
make one batch with salt and one batch with cinnamon and sugar, and we keep them for a few
Yes.
weeks. It's so good.
Bring some to the office.
Oh, I will. Okay, well, thank you both so much, my wonderful co host, Emily and Isabel, and a special thanks to everyone watching and commenting. It's great to have you all here, and we hope to see you again. We stream every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can find us on the All About Presentation YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can scan that QR code and find all of them. And if you can't make it, it's really no problem. We repost our episodes on our YouTube channel and onto our Facebook. Happy Friday and have a spooky weekend.
Boom.